Hello there, my name's Dave Allen, I'm Good and Geeky, and we're looking at Affinity Designer 2. Someone wants to make a vector shape out of this bitmap design, and it's not that difficult. And we're going to do it with the pen tool, bit of node editing, and I'll show you how to do this. Let's have a look. So the first thing we want to do is to go to the bitmap layer in the layers panel and to lock it so it doesn't get moving around while we're doing the job. Now I need another layer on top of this to be able to draw onto, so let's put a plus on top of that there, and I want a vector layer. Okay, so that's my layer for drawing onto, and let's get started. So the first thing obviously is going to be a circle to do around the outside of this, so let's go with that. We don't want a rectangle, we want a circle, and there's our ellipse tool. So I'm going to start in the middle and hold down the shift and command and go out from the centre and get it to about the right size. That's about right. Let's get the move tool, put it sort of in the centre there. Okay, so I've got that centred nicely, and I wasn't far off with size, so we'll leave. I think maybe we'll leave that. Perhaps move it down just slightly. Okay, I think that's good enough. We'll leave that. So we've got our circle there, and I'm going to just take the colour out of it. So I want that to be, so I want that to have no colour in it. It's going to be easier to work with if we have an outline on there. So let's go and put an outline on this, so we can see the shape. So we don't need a big width on there, but I'll put 1.2 points on there, just so I've got something to have a look at. And I think what I'll also do with this here is I'll go back into the other layer. Let's go back into this layer here first of all, and I'm just going to change the opacity of it. Take it down just a wee bit, just so I can see the shapes they're putting on top of it, just that little bit. I've got it at 65%, I think that'll do nicely. Okay then, so now we go to the next thing there, which is going to be the this shape around the inside here. So I'm going to get the pen tool. So let's start at the top with the button with a node. Go to this base here with a node. Go here with a node. There. Put just a few nodes in there just to get it all sort of sorted out. And then we're going to adjust these nodes after I've got the basic shape in there. You could go in there like this and sort of drag as you're sort of making the node to get the shapes close, but sometimes it's just easy just to put the nodes in there and then work on the shapes afterwards. So now I can go to the node editing tool because I've created my shape. I'll get that and bring that out to the outside there. Put that node there directly in the centre there. Get the handle for this node at the top here and move that out. And also what I want to do here is I want to have that so it's a node which is the same on both sides, so I'm going to change that there, a smooth node. So that messed things up a little bit there because this here is down here and it should be down there, perhaps same level as the one on the other side there. So then I can take this here and then do that. In fact, what I can do with is I can make it so that it's the same on both sides, I think. Smooth node. Let's bring this one out here. So I've got that out there. Let's put that up there. Let's get this line and move that out there a wee bit. Change that to a smooth node as well. There's no sharp edges on this, so it should actually be quite easy to do this. Going to make these all into smooth nodes. And obviously you can go into this here and you can go a bit closer and make it easier to work with. And how close you get it to the shape that you've got there is up to you. This could be enough for you. So I've got something there that's a bit too much of a straight line, and sometimes you've got nodes in there that you don't actually want. So I'm going to delete that node there. Then I'm going to come around to this one here, get that shape going around there. Put a bit of a curve on the bottom of that there. In fact, probably the easiest way to do this is actually to cut this in half and then get one side right and then duplicate it. So what I'm going to do with that, this is probably the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to create a rectangle now. So I get a rectangle, put this across here. Basically I want this to line up to the centre of the document. So I should be able to do that by going to this movement tool here. Get that there. That should be in the centre if I put it onto that node there. if the person who was doing this in the first place with the tracing was getting close to the making the centre in the right place. Let's just swap over to this tool here first. Yep, that's good enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take this one here, and I'm going to do Shift, and I'm going to select this one over here, and then I'm going to do a cut into that there. So I could do the shape builder tool with this here. I've got the two things selected, and I'm going to do a minus there, and now I'm going to choose the areas that I want to get rid of. So this area here is I want to get rid of. Let's go to the node editing tool now and just make some adjustments just to get this one here just right. So I'm going to take the handle for this one here and bring that in just a wee bit. I'm going to bring that in there just a wee bit as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a duplicate of this here. I'm going to do Command J, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do that approximate so that it's about that there. I'm not getting the key right here to make it so that it's exactly right. I'll bring it over here so that it's a little bit too much. And then what I'll do is I'll go to this bit here and look at the size of that there in the transformations panel. So let's go to transformations, and the size of it is, let's have a look now, it's 84.9 and it's 161.4, and I want to get that on the other side there to be 84.9 as well. So let's select that there, go back to the transformations panel. I want to get the size of it correct, and at the moment it's 90.8 and I want it to be 85. So I'm going to select that there, going to delete those numbers out in there and put in 85. I haven't made any changes to the height of it, so it should be just spot on. Now what I want to do is I want to join these two halves together. We can't join them together just by doing a select and then join them together, because we need some bit of an overlap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the left arrow key on this one here now. I'm going to move it just one tad to the left. So with the two objects selected, I'll go to the Add tool and add the two objects together. An easier way of putting these two parts together is actually just to do a Command J to duplicate it, and then to flip. So flip it with that there. So we've got it completely sort of the same size either side. And then I've just got to move it over, hold the Shift key down and move it over there until it's sort of more or less in the centre there. Let's go in a bit closer to it so we can see it a bit better. And get the overlap that I need. As you can see, we can see the overlap underneath it there. So once I've got that overlap sorted out there, I can select the other object, and I've just got to do the add. So I'm going to add there. Job done. So the outer circle is a complete circle. What I want to do is I want to use that shape we made in the middle there and cut that out as a shape within that circle. I think the best way to do that is going to be use the shape builder tool. And I think what we want to do is we want to do the minus. So I've got the minus selected and put that into there. That's got that selected. Now what I can do is I can put a colour into that there. So instead of going and have a look at the stroke on here, let's go to colours, and I'm going to put a red in there, and the whole thing's gone red. That's not what I wanted. So I've got the ellipse and I've got the curve. So I'll select those two there now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this here and do a subtract. And now we've got it just the way we want it. Okay, so that's that part of the job done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock that. Let's go into this one here, lock it, and then we can start working on the next bit of the design. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to do the pen tool again. A couple of different possibilities for doing this. This is one way of doing it. So I'll select that one there, and then I'll put a node there, a node there, node there, and node there, and close the shape up. Then I'll go to my node editing tool, and I'll move that up so it goes to there. Move this out here. Need to put another node in the centre there, so bring that into here. Put that there. I think we need a sharp corner on that one there, so let's put that there to be round, and then we'll get this one here and make that there follow the shape as well. And that's as easy as it has to be. It's nothing more difficult than that. So that's that shape there made. And let's put a colour into this here so we can see the shape a little bit better. and a couple of those nodes are not quite as smooth as I'd like them to be, so let's sort that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my node editing tool again, and then this one here, make that one a smooth one, and same with this one over on this side here, make that smooth one as well. Yep, good smooth shape there. So that's that shape there, and what I'll do is I'll do a Command J of that one there to copy it across, and then move that over, hold down the Shift key and move it over, and move across a wee bit. Keep holding the Shift key down, move it to there where it's about in the right position there, and then I'm going to do a flip on it. So let's flip it over with this one here, flip vertical or flip horizontal, and then just move it into place. Okay, so that's the shape there, just going by the colours that are on this one here. I think this bit of a black shape that's on there is what someone was trying to do before with this to make their shape. And as I say, one way of doing that would be actually to, say, let's get a rectangle here. And I'm going to start the rectangle there and go down to here. And then we can use the corner tool. Let's go to the corner tool here. And select the ones I wanted to make the corners on. So this one here. And then I'm going to make that corner come in. So that corner comes into there. And I'm going to choose this one here in the bottom left hand corner. And then I'm going to change the corner of that one there so it's about right. So that is one way of doing it. And let's go then to the move tool. Let's look underneath that there. Okay, so the corner on that there is not quite right yet. So let's do Command and Z on that there. Okay, so I've got the corner tool. I'll move this little red dot in, and there I've got to the shape that I want there. Okay, so that's one way of doing it, but I don't think it's quite right because it doesn't sort of take into account this shape that's in the middle and the way that it's supposed to sort of follow the shape of these kind of leafy sort of bits on the outside here. Okay, so that's that part done there. I'm going to discard that because that isn't really sort of what it's supposed to be like. Let's get the bit in the middle. And I'm going to use the pen tool again. So let's go to the pen tool, start at the top, and put one in the middle, put one down the bottom here, then go back and finish the shape off. And then I'm going to go to the node editing tool, just drag that curve out of there, drag this curve out here so I get it to the right shape, and that is just spot on. Now this one here, it looks like it's going to be two different shapes, two different colours. So what I need to do with this one here is just do a simple copy of this one here. So to do Command J, move that across here, then grab that across there and bring it across here until it's in the right place. And I've got my shape. It doesn't match up exactly with the shape that's in the leaf here because it's not symmetrical. If it was symmetrical, then I would see that. It would show here. But you can do whatever you want with that there. So if you need to go into the node editing tool, this one here, and change the shape on that one there so it fits more to the shape as shown in the design there, you can do that if you want. It's up to you. And that one there, I need to make that a smooth corner, a smooth node. Okay, so put that on there, put that there. So I've got that shape there as it's supposed to be now, and that's good. So then we can put some colour into that one there. So let's get some colours. I'm going to use the eyedropper tool, get this colour here, and then I'm going to put that colour into the centre there, get the eyedropper tool again, select the colour on the other side there, so I want that colour there. Then I'm going to deselect that, select that object there, go to this here, change the colour over, so it's a little bit darker on that one there. And those colours there, the colour of the left-hand side of that leaf there is the same colour as you have the two leaves on the other side, I think. So I'm going to collect those there. So I'll select that, and I'll select this one here, and we'll change the colours of those to match the other ones there. And you've got your recent colours down there as well, don't forget that. So use that one there, you've got your swatch at the bottom. And then this one here, this the shape that goes around the outside there, but you're going to have to change some colours there. So we're going to select that. Get the colour selection tool again, so that there, and I'm going to get the somewhere about that right colour there, and it's a purpley colour. Let's go to layers panel, and I'm going to select that curve there and unlock it, and unlock that there. So go back to the colours again, and then I'm going to put the colour in there. So it really wasn't that difficult to create this shape in Affinity Designer version 2 using the tools that we got. Only took about 15 or 20 minutes, and if you got doing this sort of things quite often, you could probably do it even faster than that. My name's Dave Allen, I'm Good and Geeky. I think it's time that you subscribe to the channel so you get more of these tutorials, and you'll get tutorials about the Raspberry Pi, Mac OS, iOS, anything that I find interesting in the tech space. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye now.